Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest this Friday. I have to share a bit of breaking news for those who are traveling. Heathrow Airport in the United Kingdom has been shut until further notice. Apparently, there was a fire yesterday at nearby electrical substation that supplies it power, and therefore the airport has been shut. So Nigerian travelers who are going to travel today, I have it on good authority that Virgin Atlantic have shifted all their flight. They've shifted their flights to London until when you hear that Heathrow has been opened. So they're very advised to tell their passengers at the airport. Those who are supposed to go this morning, some are being told to please come back, and those who need, I think those who need hotel accommodation have been granted that accommodation. So the airport has been closed. That would also apply to passengers coming in. If you're expecting first passengers from on KLM, Air France, Lufthansa, and so on and so forth, I think you'd better check to see whether it is going to be worth your while to go and pick anybody at the airport this evening, because Heathrow Airport has been shut down. It's been closed until further notice. There are indicators that some flights are being diverted to other airports. It says that at least 1,351 flights to and from the airport in West London could be cancelled today, according to flight tracking websites. The fire at the substation in Hayes has left more than 16,300 homes without power and caused around 150 people to be evacuated from surrounding properties. So that's the message today. So if you're a traveler, before you put all your baggage, you know Uber can cost now, especially if you're a traveler coming from Ikorodu or Akunwojo, or all those Meron and all this. You better call your airline to be sure that your flight will leave tonight. Having said that, I have two guests here. All of you know Stretch, my in-law. Stretch, my in-law.
I take exception to that.
Whether you take exception or you take inclusion.
You have to tell me who you are married.
Whether you take exception or inclusion, okay. You are my in-law.
Okay, Sheriff is here.
Are you sure you? I don't think that you have married somebody in my family.
I have not.
You have not?
No.
Okay, we'll take Stretch for the first 30 minutes. Subsequently, we'll take Angela Ajetumobi by telephone. And I'm glad I'm in a higher spirits than I was this morning when I was with the great Sheriff. What we are going to talk about, what we are going to talk about this morning is I just like to rub minds with as many people as possible on the development that now for me is the development in the Senate yesterday. The issue of the emergency rule, whatever, there's been an override in my head. I'd just like to talk about the session that took place. Were you monitoring these things? Good morning, Stretch.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Sheriff. Yes, I cringed as I watched. Not that I was expecting something different.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be.
You said you watched where? It wasn't on TV.
No, I watched it on social media.
Oh, you follow it on social media? Yes. Was it on YouTube?
Yes.
Live?
No, it wasn't live. Somebody posted it up.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, was it televised?
Not the session. No, nobody.
Oh, just the reports?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay, go on.
So, when you say we have the whole, I listened to the El Rufai also speak some days before about what he thought and how he was applauded or not, and everybody was saying the National Assembly is the next hope we have to be able to get something out of this. And when I heard what went down, I don't know. You know, there's a difference between you being angry and you being frustrated.
Yes.
It's a feeling of hopelessness that I really, really don't understand where we're heading. I don't know what's going on at this point. This is, you call a National Assembly a rubber stamp. If there's another name that you can use to qualify this, because there's nothing that has come from the executive that has not passed. There's nothing that has, no request. I've not seen any. So this one now, I didn't expect there to be a stop. I say, okay, because who was going to, and I want to even ask you, Uncle Jimmy, is there a way, the singing of that song, that on your mandate with Stand?
Yes.
What does it signify? What does it connote to us?
Was it sung yesterday?
No, it has been sung before. It has been sung more than 3 or 4 times. I'm saying, what does it? Does it give us any confidence to approach that house and think that it's going to be a fair hearing?
I think that, and I said that as much to Sheriff this morning. Oh, by the way, today is Mama Debo's birthday. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh,
Mama Debo, Mrs. Ogunowo, Shade Ogunowo.
happy birthday, man.
I don't know how old she is.
We don't want to know. At this point, we really don't want to.
So wish her happy birthday and and all things. Mama Debo is the mother of Debo.
That's
Debo.
Mama Debo
is the son of Mama Debo.
That's it now. When you hear
and she's the one who always asks for Sheriff. Sheriff is her
you see,
but let's get back.
Yes. So you must know the person that Debo before you wish the person happy birthday.
He said who is okay, so let's get back. I'm glad we're able to douse the tension with this.
Yes.
Let's get back to sales patterns. The first thing that I observed was that it should have been televised. That was why. And Sheriff and I said,
they will not do
what
that.
is it Shawoni? Is it a secret?
Yes, it is not.
It should have been televised for the whole world to see. And then when a crucial matter that demands specific number of votes, what is done in countries where things are transparent is every senator will be called upon one by one. Yes. And you will be yes. So I do not know. No.
I do not know what my senator's stance is.
Yes, my senator.
Nobody knows.
I don't know his thinking. Nobody knows.
So, but 64 people signed that they were present yesterday. So
how are you sure 64 people were present? There were 64 signatures of people present. Because look, if it had been opened, you'll be able to say that okay, Sheriff signed. I can't see him. See. In matters like this, you need the confidence of the people and you need to be open. It's not so much about whatever compromises you have done as an individual. You are there representing people.
And I checked also to see where in the world do you use voice votes. And you
use voice votes in things that are but what constitutional matters
cases like this,
it's not done. It's not done.
So I've been agitating for this voice voting for a long time. It makes it look like we're being pedestrian.
In fact, if it was in the American Senate, there will be no secret vote.
Yes,
you will be called one by one, by name.
The Kenya Parliament, when they went on that strike, they knew each representative what they voted to that tax.
Yes,
issue. Everybody. So in Africa, it is done that if you're a representative, you should be able to boldly stand and say, I for this my constituency. Well, they said some people stayed the walkout. They are very based and all. They walked out.
It would have been nice for us to see them walk out.
See it happen.
You've just come to say that you had 64 in attendance.
Yes.
Where is the proof?
And even
don't forget. Sorry, I'm cutting you short.
Fine.
Don't forget that there was some problem about numbers of those who signed in the case of the ethics committee, where it was said that signatures were put on behalf of other people.
Okay, that is a thing.
Yes.
In the Senate.
Yes. Something funny like that.
So even 64, did they form a quorum?
How do you know they were 64?
But they said
I'm not going to talk about. We need proof to see they were. Maybe you have 64 signatures, but were 64 people there were present.
True.
And so, because it is shrouded in mystery, then you are talking of credibility here.
My question is, does anybody care? So after this now, Uncle Jimmy, what next? After this now, after
nothing.
What has happened?
Like Sheriff said, it will be business as usual.
Business as usual.
What you said? I'll let them hear you now.
Yes.
Is that not what you said?
Yes, it's business.
Business as usual.
Oh, yes.
We will continue like this.
Yes, we will.
We will move on like this.
Nothing will happen.
And the conditions by which you can declare, well, we wouldn't pass the stage of declaring.
There was another scenario as reported by the Vanguard. I wish I had seen it myself, where it was Senator Dixon had an interview in the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he raised up his hand and he wanted to speak, when he saw the notice of the Senate President, we read that he was told that we know your position, which is not aligned with the position of the Senate. Meanwhile, the Senate hadn't. So who is the Senate?
So there was a position before the Senate.
Convened. Yes.
There was a position before the Senate convened. Does that even ring a bell? I saw what happened in Lagos State House of Assembly, where the members of the House said something, and at the end of the day, they came back and said another thing that some people somewhere decided for them what to do. Is this the same? Is this like plug and play for the?
Well, the significance of all this shows me that Nigeria needs to be very careful. We might be veering slowly from democracy into autocracy.
One state is under military rule.
Not even that. A situation where you don't have a balance. The various forms that are supposed to... The Supreme Court ruling was highly controversial. I'm not going to contribute to that because I'm not a lawyer. Okay. Because DT Ogunye, for example, made some sense out of the judgment. I'm not going to contribute, but there is controversy on that. Now the other balance, the National Assembly, has fallen short of being open.
Did you expect anything else?
Well, I thought that their backs would be against the wall. How? But apparently, like Sheriff said this morning, it is the belief now of politicians that anybody can do whatever he likes.
We had a national anthem change that happened
overnight
with record speed.
Yes,
we have many issues that have been brought to the National Assembly. The budget, every figure, the adjustment in the figures, it happened.
But even the subsidy removal should have been discussed by the National Assembly.
So I want to
extensively.
Yes, what has been dissected in National Assembly? What have we seen different sides argue?
Okay, do you think this is a dicey one? Do you think it's a question of capability or having the wrong mindset about being a senator or a House of Reps?
I think it's compromise. You are compromised from the day you went into the Senate. We know how many of our honorable senators got into where they are at the point. And I think there's some form of gratitude. They owe somebody, I don't know who. So because if you have no fear for anybody, if you think that what you're there to do is what you're supposed to do, somebody should have a dissenting view.
Well, I think from the moment you found yourself in a position where you give yourself for national service, and in these days of poverty, your starting point is buying a car worth about 160 million. Because I know on paper, because I know in the past that I've had people who would have said, no, this is too much. I know there's some people who would have said, I'm not doing... Even the Lagos House of Assembly that we were trying to see what we could do with them, it's reported that the new temporary speaker herself approved buying of new vehicles.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
How many days?
At this point in time.
Yeah.
So the question I asked in the case of the Lagos State House of Assembly is that, all this while they didn't have vehicles, or this is the second set?
Or the one she has the power to... She said she even cut down... Saved money.
But look at that kind of money. It doesn't look good, Stretch.
It's not looking... It has never looked good. I felt... I wasn't disappointed. I wanted to be shocked by there being another thing you do. I mean, if you imagine, I can't even envision an Akpabio saying, I am totally against this. I think this is wrong. This should not happen. And someone gets up and says something. I've not seen this happen in this National Assembly. The National Assembly that mistakenly the president spoke and said, all of you are re-elected. And there was applause. Is this National Assembly that you think will resist?
Well, if it's a reflection of maybe it's a reflection of the way they were elected in the first instance. Could be.
This
Could
is
be.
like
Okay.
you said. There's nothing else. Sheriff says business as usual. This is how we will continue.
I guess so. I mean,
so maybe anything that comes from.
But okay, if you say about this is how we'll continue, the question I want to ask is, maybe we need to look at ourselves and admit that that's the way we are generally.
Is that really the way we are?
Maybe. I'm beginning to think maybe.
Yeah, someone was telling me that.
And a situation where off the cuff, sometime somewhere from nowhere, you have somebody has a criminal background and it keeps coming up, it keeps cropping up one by one. Oh, this one was debarred. Oh, this one was jailed. And we asked the governor once, he asked the governor once, which university did you attend? He said the issue is in court. How can the issue be? I mean, what kind of people are running us?
You know, some people actually said that this is the who we are, because the lady, she gave me an example that when we ask questions like, hey, Joe, do you know anybody in customs? Or do you know anybody? That means that is a call for corruption. Do you know anybody?
Maybe it's the way we are.
I think so.
Okay, but let me find out. 0201 277 0993 and 0201 465 7190. Can we have a first caller? Yes. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy,
Very quickly, please, because we have loads of people wanting to talk.
Okay, sir. My name is Robert. Uncle Jimmy, as far as I'm concerned,
yes,
what the president declared the Rivers State is not a state of emergency. It is called martial law. Martial law. It is only martial law that removed the House of Assembly, and the governor, Section 305 that he quoted, does not warrant him, sir. If no lawyer will come here and say the president has power to remove a state government, it is only the state House of Assembly that have that power. The president has in utter fire, and the National Assembly are not looking at that. If let us say it declares state of emergency,
yes.
What they approved yesterday is not that is not the is even going against the process. He has already declared the state of emergency before the House approved.
He has sworn the man in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And release funds.
And release funds.
Funds that you didn't release to the government. Yeah. Oh, my God. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is the one of Odobolu.
Yes, sir.
Stretch, good morning.
Good morning.
Quickly, sir, quickly.
We are waiting for you for the other side.
All right, sir.
You see, there is nothing that will come out for this our argument starting from last week today.
Yes, sir.
I think we for better sit down and watch them, let them play the game. When they finish,
you want to play sit down, look.
That's what Sheriff said.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Let's pick one more. I'm trying to rush through this so we can get many people as possible. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Switch off your radio. Don't call with your radio on, please. Hello?
Sorry, please. Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, morning.
Yeah. You see, I refer this country as what he said in the Bible. When the wicked rules, people suffer, they groan. A situation where a country like this, everywhere is on fire. Boko Haram is somewhere there. Kidnappers are somewhere there. They are giving a horrible judgment in River State. The people on authority, they all have questionable characters.
No. I apologize for that. Please, you don't do things like that. If you just added the word some, that would have been it, but we won't let you get away with that. Hello, I apologize for that. Hello, good morning. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Please,
Thank you for what you do.
Yes,
Stretch.
quickly.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, boss.
See, good man, yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Go on.
Okay, so that's not the way we are. I beg to differ.
Okay.
That's the way we have allowed things to be. And Uncle Jimmy, please, we know the problem. We have been talking about the problem. Stretch was talking about Kenya. Before Kenya to get where they got to, they know what they did before the government, before we could see all their senators start doing all that. So please, let's go to what are we doing? We have seen the problem enough.
Okay, what I have to do now, I have to go on break. I'm so sorry. Time is not my friend. I have to go on break. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Angela Adetumobi will join this discussion. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
and sports after this.
The holy month of Ramadan is upon us. As we embark on this journey, let's not forget to show love through sharing. This Ramadan, stay ahead with Dairy Power from Suhoor to Iftar. Join us every Monday to Friday as we explore the spiritual and physical benefits of the month, plus exciting recipes. Catch us on our YouTube page, Hollandia Dairy Nigeria, and on Dadin Kowa, Faran Wata, Sunna TV, Arewa TV, and African Magic Hausa TV stations. Ramadan Mubarak from Hollandia.
Are you ready to own your own house? The federal government, through the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, is making it easy for every Nigerian to own a house. The Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund, MREIF, is a 1 trillion naira government-backed initiative designed to provide affordable, long-term mortgage financing for home buyers across Nigeria, with low-interest mortgages and repayment periods of up to 20 years. Act now. Visit mreif.arm.com.ng to learn more or email us at mreif@arm.com.ng. The door to home ownership is open. Don't miss this opportunity.
There are so many distractions taking away the attention of my family, from phone screens to work screens and others. But when my family hears this, when I cook with Devon Kings, we all come together to bond, taking away all distractions. Hey, no phones at my table, please.
Well done, my daughter. Thank you for keeping up with the family tradition.
Thanks, Mom, and thank you for letting me know Devon Kings. Oh yeah, let's eat. Cook up unbreakable bonds with Devon King's range of cooking oil, margarine, spread, and seasoning. Great for bonding moments. Devon King's, taste that binds. Available across stores nationwide.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
The world is changing and opportunities are everywhere. The question is, are you ready to seize them? For far too long, we have been conditioned to think within the constraints of geographical borders created by man. An example is Nigeria. But let me tell you something profound. You are part of the world, not just one nation. You don't just live in Nigeria, you live in the world. It's time to break free, look beyond borders, and seek opportunities that span the globe. You need a worldview. The world is open for business, and the opportunities are endless. It's time to think global. It's time to trade global. Visit hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play Store or App Store to get started today.
Mama, I dey hungry.
Yes, my pikin. Oya, go change. Make you come chop.
My children are my life, but I know say they need to eat well to do well. Since I discover Maggi soya chunks, to add protein to my food don't dey easy.
Now, I no dey worry whether them get protein for food, because with Maggi soya chunks, I fit give them protein for food.
Protein every day for my family.
Oh, I need to find a way to save on water expenses. Oh, my budget can't keep up again.
I used to be in your shoes until I switched to Seaway Refill Water.
Seaway Refill Water?
Yes, so with Seaway Refill Water, you are getting double the water while spending less.
I'm switching today.
Switch to Seaway Refill. Seaway Refill. Seaway Refill. Get more value, save more money. Oh yeah, Seaway Refill. Seaway Refill. Seaway Refill. Stay hydrated, drink more water. Oh yeah, Seaway Refill.
Feel the difference. Always choose Seaway for every family.
We see you, Mr. As my guy don't win. He said don't ginger. No dollar. With the Jolly Just Call welcome offer, BetKing is giving you 100 naira instant sign-up bonus. That's not all. Within 14 days on the app, you stand a chance to get up to 1 million naira in rewards and enjoy 50 free casino bets on Aviator. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Yellow Lagos. Finally, MTN Champs is here at the center of excellence for Season 3. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the University of Lagos and Yaba Tech Sports Complex. Come with your family and friends for an amazing experience from the 9th to 12th April. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
When it comes to your business goals, you need an ally. Away. 'Cause we are First Ally Trust.
We have changed our name from Personal Trust to First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, but our commitment to you and your aspirations hasn't changed. For more details, visit first-allimfb.com or any of our key branches at Jibu, Surulere, Bariga, and Sandgrass. First Ally Trust Microfinance Bank, always on your side.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, now you're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimmy. I wanted to call myself Mr. Jimi Disu. That's what this job does to you. It messes your mind up. Angela Adetumobi is on the line. I hope she's still there. Angela, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle JD.
Have you been following this discussion from...
I have.
Okay, let us hear your thoughts. Do you know Stretch, though? You don't know Stretch. Stretch, do you know Angela Adetumobi?
Yes, I do, but she probably doesn't know.
She doesn't know you. I mean, what's his real name? You've been saying Stretch.
Ironically, as is my in-law, he's known to everybody as Stretch.
It's easier to know me as Stretch. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please go on.
Stretch.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please go on, Angela. What are your thoughts on what we've been discussing?
So, I don't know why anyone thought that the National Assembly wouldn't pass that proclamation.
Yeah.
The majority of the members belong to the same party as the president. And if you look at Section 305, subsection 3, the requirements for the president to issue a proclamation of state of emergency, subsections C and D talk about actual breakdown of public law and order or a clear and present danger of an actual breakdown. So, in my opinion, all that the National Assembly was going to do in deciding whether to approve this proclamation or not was go to the Constitution and look at if these requirements have been satisfied. Was there a clear and present danger of an actual breakdown in the Federation or any part thereof? Was there an actual breakdown or any of public order and public safety to such an extent as to require extraordinary measures? If they agreed with those two requirements under subsection C and D, they would have no choice than to approve it, because we all know that this rivers matter has been it's been on for a while. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight. There's a clash of egos. In my opinion, the president declaring a state of emergency first saved the governor from imminent impeachment, as the news making the rounds at that time was that articles of impeachment were already being gathered against him. Secondly, this 6-month stretch will give everyone a time to reflect, tempers will cool down, and then maybe they will all come back with a sense of maturity for the state to move forward. And I want to sound a note of warning. Under Section 305, subsection 6B, C, people have to be very careful. Those people in Rivers State, the members of the House of Assembly, the governor, their tempers had better cool down. This 6 months can be extended again and again and again. So those who think that it's only 6 months, it's not only 6 months. If before the 6 months elapses, the president thinks that the situation is still the same, he will go back to the National Assembly where he has a majority, and they will approve a further extension of that 6 months.
Okay. Angela, as simple as I like your explanation, it makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Why do you think due process was actually followed by the National Assembly?
In the voting process.
In the voting process, it wasn't an open session. There's no way. Some say the numbers they had enough numbers. Some say they didn't. And also you find that it was done by a voice vote. Now that is contentious, isn't it? I wonder if you felt comfortable with that.
Okay, can I remind you that in past years, they've tried to repair, that device they have in the Senate and the House, where you can just press a button for your vote. That's the easiest digital way to count it. Remember how many times we've been told that they repair that device, and that device never works. There is a reason why. From the first day when they said they didn't have the numbers to form a quorum, I knew that there would be a doctrine of necessity will evolve. You understand, to make sure. And I'm wondering why they had to be surreptitious about it. There was no need to not be transparent, because the way our politics work, I won't see anyone standing up there to not agree. The way our democracy is very presidential heavy. The president is hardly ever turned down at the National Assembly.
So it was probably done to cover those who, in principle, might not have.
Those who may not have agreed.
But you don't want to be seen.
To risk another Natasha thing where someone will get up and start saying some things and trying to stir up a debate. We know that this Senate president works very well, with this president. They are in the same party. The speaker too is in the same party. Even if the nays were visibly louder, the nays were visibly louder, I didn't see that the Senate president or the speaker will say the nays have it. It wasn't going to happen.
What does that then do for our democracy, you see? Because one thing I'm always worried about is setting the precedent. Because that's what other people will latch on. Now, if we do have the need for us to transparent, maybe we are trying to debate whether we should go to war or whatever. It can always then be by a voice vote.
This is the way it will be. You remember the words coined by the former military head of state, Sani Abacha, where he talked about homegrown democracy. We practice a democracy, but we're tweaking the rules as we go along. That's where I see it. And everyone there, we all think that they're there serving us. That's not true. If we're being honest with ourselves, on paper they say they're serving us.
Yes,
but that's on paper. That's not true. And if you're friendly or close to any of these people in National Assembly, you will know how hands are tied. There's ways things happen, and we can all pretend that we don't know these things. It will take a lot for someone to stand up and say, I don't agree with the president's proclamation, when you are in the same party as the president.
Or you have favors.
And then when you are enjoying the favors, you forget that there are reasons that these favors are coming and you are enjoying it. So when you are now called upon to deliver, they're giving the favors are the currency they've given you, and then now they want to spend it. You are saying no.
Do the rumors that money exchanged hands, does it bother you?
it doesn't bother me because it's the way things have always been.
Wow.
These are issues that we, third term under the former president, Obasanjo, we heard. I mean, a member of the House telling me that it's the first time he or she saw that amount of money in cash. So we know that these things, look, Uncle Jimmy, go and renew your passport. Money must change hands. Go and do any of these things. These things are...
They are part of us.
I'm not saying it. It looks as if I've accepted it, but it's the reality. It's the reality of our situation. Think of all the laws that are being passed, all the laws they push, and all the things that they do. What exactly, benefits us? It benefits them first.
Well, the incident of the Lagos State House of Assembly is enough to prove what you have just said, the way it panned out. But don't you have a hidden fear that it would appear as if the president will get away with anything in this country? Do you have that fear?
Has there ever been a president who didn't get away with what he wanted?
Well, Obasanjo didn't get away with what he wanted. If this president wants a third term, if care is not taken, he will get it.
Listen, mistakes were made then. The people, we all know the mistakes made. If someone wants a third term now, he will know how to not make the mistake Obasanjo made at that time. And I'm telling you that there are people who will vote for it. That's why I'm saying that our democracy is homegrown, is warped. There are people, because they will benefit, they wouldn't mind a third term. They wouldn't. The way the thing is structured is that, when you agree with the establishment, favors come to you, progress is made, you are in your little world, things are okay for you.
So we, in conclusion, before we let you go and prepare bread and egg for Mr. Olu, so you are saying that really we don't have any choice. This is the way we are going to live our lives.
Okay, so we have to go back to the basics. If you want to talk about the quality, the capacity and capability of the members of our political class, you have to go back to how they emerge within the political parties. The system is already skewed. If you don't get the tickets by merit.
True.
The first 11 will never enter.
True.
You saw in 2007, the PDP had candidates like Peter Odili, Donald Duke, and all kinds of people, and then Yaradua emerged. Based on what? What had he done in Katsina that made him the best choice? So until we arrest and address that issue, how candidates emerge from within, Uncle Jimmy, if you join any party, nobody will want you because they will say, this man will be too independent or we won't be able to control him. It's all about control. The whole genesis of this Rivers thing is all about control. If the system had worked, the person that should have emerged as the governorship candidate in Rivers State would have emerged naturally.
Okay.
Naturally. Not all these things that they've conjectured. That's what's happening. I heard somebody on one of the stations say, who is Fubara? He was a nobody until Wike plucked him. Why would Wike go and pluck anybody? There would have been people within the party who genuinely wanted to be governor and who genuinely had a plan. But those kinds of people will never emerge. Look at all the people that we elect. Are those the first 11 in any political party? That's we have to go
okay, Angela, there's one that falls into your constituency because you're well known for interviews and so on and so forth.
Yes.
How did you react when I don't know if you watched it live, but when you finally watched the interview with Wike and some of our colleagues?
Yes.
What did you think of that?
You see, I have to explain this from this angle. When Wike calls those So if he's paying your station 3 hours, where 1 hour is about 10 million for an hour, 30 million, he's going to run the show. People have to understand that there are two types of interviews. There's the paid interview and there's the one that they walk in blind and they don't know what they are walking into.
Yeah.
Many times when any of these people summon 4 stations and they're talking, they want to say what they want to say. They don't really care about what you are coming to ask.
Yeah.
He's getting an opportunity to say what he wants to say on 4 stations at the same time. Let people just be calm and realize these things. So hoping that, they will come in with some... Look, his aides would have told you, submit your question because we're paying.
So do you think the media, knowing that this man has a history, do you think the media should have granted him that privilege?
Uncle Jimmy,
they would have suspected something sinister.
Station Majeun.
Oh, I see. So it's all about commercial. It's sad though, but it's sad though because that interview, we should be thanking God that he didn't tear the country apart.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
And if it had been an ordinary citizen, it would have been treasonable.
It's sad, but it's the reality. We are the only country where you interview somebody and you have to pay to air. So he who pays the piper dictates the tune.
Okay, on that note, Angela, let me let you go. Thank you very much. I hope you can make it to the studio next week. It will be nice to have an expanded...
You can't stop me from that, your boogie.
It's not nice, it's the week after. Okay, all right, Angela, thank you very much. Quickly go back and make Oyanakara for Lou and give him my regards. And my regards to Mr. Tega. I hope you throw him out of the house very soon. That's our son. Go butter. Sherry, Stretch, what did you make out of what?
She actually...
but it's the truth.
The exact truth. I mean, nothing is going to come out of this, like Sheriff said.
But you are also in the media, and we are both in... I wouldn't give, knowing his history, I wouldn't give him... because it would be a risk.
But
giving him
30 million naira will sway many organizations.
But it would be a risk. The consequences... 30 million naira won't cover the damage. I feel the president should have stepped into the rivers crisis earlier than now. Yes.
And not allow Wike to have said the things he even said before now. There are many things
Talk less of what he now said on air.
So he has said many things that if it were, like you said, an ordinary citizen, that person would have been invited by DSS. You said you can put...
Peter Obi wouldn't be given the leverage to talk like that.
Yeah. So he knows the level of impunity he is allowed to, the leeway he has. He has set things that are setting states on fire. We had that statement and nothing happened. So if he calls together a press conference and says something, he said, he knows nothing.
But you are Noga Kwata in your station. Would you give him...
It will be beyond me. When 30 million or 40 million naira is paid, I'll be given instructions by those that own the station.
I rest my case. Sad story, but I rest my case. 9:48. Let's take one or two. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Yes, my name is Gustavo. I'm calling you from Apapa GRA.
Yes, sir.
Please, Uncle Jimmy, I just need to say this thing on your platform. I beg of you, is completely different from what you are saying. I beg of you, I know you are a man of honor. That is why I want to bring this thing to your notice. It's a pressing issue for me. I beg of you to permit me.
Please go on. We have so many people on the line.
There is something the men of Kai and Nigerian...
That's not what we are talking about. Please, the next caller for me, please. I knew he was going to be some anticlimax.
Morning,
hello. Yes, morning.
This is Malik speaking, sir.
Malik, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy?
Yes.
The fight in Rivers State should not surprise anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you how our leader creates the younger one's mind not to develop and think about the country. You should be greedy for yourself alone. So when it gets to your turn, you can pack everything. That is what they're teaching us. The National Assembly is supposed to do the correct thing. Due to the exchange rate, you could see the voice votes. Even those that in another party will shout the eyes has it. So this is just Nigeria for you. No leader comes there to do the right thing. Everybody wants to be worse than the other one. That's the reason why I said if Obasanjo must have set the line straight for us, we won't be in this mess. Good morning, sir.
Okay, so I forgot to ask Angela, who is a lawyer, that do we, the common citizens, have any form of redress? Those who are not happy with what happened.
I think I asked you that question before we came on, and
now I'm asking you.
there's
Jerry,
nothing.
What do you think we can do? Do we have any form of redress?
I mean, so we can't say what we can do.
We can't say.
Yes, the people know what should be done.
And would they do it?
Well, that's left to the people.
Okay, let me go.
Because already,
we have a stalemate here. Okay, Straight, thank you very much.
Thank you so much
for marrying my in-law. That's why it's always good to have family around you.
Sheriff, I'm leaving the studio. Uncle Jimmy will tell me who is marrying.
Okay, that's where we'll end it for today. I think I've just about had enough. It was quite interesting and revealing, and I'd like to thank Sheriff and Sheriff. I'd like to thank Sheriff anyway, but I'd like to thank Stretch and Angela for bringing me home to reality. So I think the final conclusion is that's the way we are.
That's who we are.
That's who we are, and we'll have to continue like this. Those of us who think otherwise either have to go find. We can keep shouting and howling and everything, just to let off steam, but nothing is likely to change. What a pity. I'll be here tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and we'll be talking about your eyes. Some people who have donated some part of the cornea of their eyes, that if they die, the eyes can be used for some other person who has an eye problem. I'll explain how you can do that tomorrow. But I know you will back out. Would you donate your eyes? I'm asking you.
The eyes have it.
The eyes have it. All right. What's up next? What comes up next? I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Bye-bye.
This is
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.